Hello guys, my name is Timgot, and today I'll be doing a review on the STB-1, a tier 10 Japanese medium tank. And this tank is truly amazing. Why? Well, it has the highest DPM possible at tier 10 medium tanks, and for that reason it's already amazing. And the other thing that I really enjoy about this tank is the gun impression. The gun impression is just stupid. If I'm correct, this tank has the highest gun impression right now. It has minus 10 gun impression if I'm correct, and that's the highest at this point for the medium tanks, and that is really amazing about this tank. But yeah, let's go to the stats. So this tank has 1950 hit points. That's pretty average for a tier 10 medium tank, nothing really special about that. Weighs 37 tons. Again, not really something special. Most of the tanks weigh something around that. As you can see, Russian tanks weigh 36, 37 tons. The American tanks, of course, weigh more. The FE is going to weigh as well more. E50M is going to weigh 60 tons, and that's kind of crazy. Looking at the FE and the E5, the E50M weighs more than the E5, so yeah. But 37 tons means do not get rammed. Watch out for people that are actually going for the ram. Try to stay away from that. Don't go into those kind of situations with this tank, because you're not going to come out without any damage. It's not going to happen. You're going to receive a lot of damage by ramming. Like if a mouse is coming at you and you're not looking, you're freaking dead. Simple as that. So yeah, don't ever get into those kind of situations. Your engine power is 750. That is pretty damn good. Your acceleration is pretty damn good. As you can see, it's 19.82. It's specific power. And looking at the other tier 10 medium tanks, as you can see, most of them have 15 or even lower. The M40 Patton has 16, FE has 20, and yeah, 20 is actually a lot for the FE. So the STB gets 19, and 19 is a really good number, and also gets really good specific power on this tank. Your speed limit is 53, and that's pretty good. I would love to see it being a bit more higher, I guess, because you don't really have much armor, as you can see. You don't have any armor, pretty much. You have some armor on your turret, but that's pretty much it. As the stats you can see, there is not much armor. The armor is non-existent, but later on I will go into Tank Inspector, and you will see that this tank can actually bounce a lot of shots because it's very good angle. Look at that. The frontal plates, the turret is even more angled. Look at that. That's just crazy. Most of the time, if you only show your turret, you're gonna bounce most of the shots, and that's how good this turret actually is. Your traverse speed is 52. Again, that's average. Nothing really special about that if you look at other tier 10 medium tanks. Hull armor 110 in the front, 35 in the side, and 25 in the back. Means watch out for a chi or hash if people shoot you in the side, because you're gonna receive the full amount of damage, and that kind of sucks. But hey, you have the highest DPM. You cannot have a perfect tank. It's just not possible. Your turret armor is 132 in the front, 132 in the side, and 37 in the back. Again, no rear armor whatsoever, so watch out for that. Again, no whole side armor. It's just not existent. So with other words, try to show your frontal to the enemies. Do not ever try to show your sides or your rear, because it just, you're not gonna come out clean out of that, because you will receive a lot of damage, and if you're facing like a Death Star or something like that, you're just done. You're gonna be one-shotted, or he will shoot you, and you will only have like around 100 HP left. So yeah, you really do not want that. Also, let's go over to the Tank Inspector and take a closer look at the armor. So let's take a look at the armor. As you can see, the turret has, as I said before, it's extremely angled, means you are gonna bounce pretty much every shot you received. Don't ever shoot this tank on the sides here, just don't do it. The best way to pen this tank is the top here, as you can see, 130. Gun mantle can be penned as well, but I would not advise to actually do that. And if the SCB is standing still, you can shoot him right here in the cheeks if you have a gun that has around 200 penetration, and you will go easily through that. But most of the time, STB-1s don't really stay still. They come out, they shoot, they fall back, as simple as that. So you don't want to get yourself into those kind of situations, because the STB has DPM, has epic gun depression, as you can see. Look at that. That's minus 10 gun depression. That is just crazy how far I can actually look down. It's just retarded. And those are pretty much the best things about this tank, is the gun depression and the high DPM. If you can actually get yourself into a position where you can be held down and only showing your turret, then this tank can do wonders. It's just amazing how this tank actually is. Whole armor, as I said before, there is not much of it. You can bounce some of these shots, maybe, if you really get lucky, but most of the time, it's gonna be an easy pen. But yeah, that's pretty much the armor. If you meet this tank in a battle, just shoot it in the hole. Do not shoot it in the turret, because the turret is very sloped, and big chance you will actually bounce that. So do not even try your luck. Just, if you have his hole, just shoot him in the hole. Do not even try his turret. But if you only have his turret, then yeah, try to shoot him in the cheeks, or the commander's edge up here. Also an easy pen. But yeah, let's go back to the garage. So now is the armor on the tank. It's kinda good, but it's not really that good. It's not Russian level good, where you can bounce a lot of shots, like the T62A with this amazing freaking turret. You can bounce a lot of freaking shots. But the STBs can bounce some shots, but it's not that high level as the T62A. But yeah, let's go over to the amazing gun. So, 7.5 rounds per minute means if you have buttons and arms, gun rammer, and onigiri, the little equipment up here you can actually choose. Some, like other countries have other stuff, like on this one you will have, in Russia you have the extra combat rations. For the Americans you have the Coca-Cola, if I'm correct, yeah. And onigiri is amazing for the STB. You don't really go much on fire with the STB. I think one of the 20 games, I think actually, I'm gonna be honest about this. Let's take a look at how many games I got in the STB-1. I think I have around, yeah, 150 games, right? I think I only went on fire maybe 3 times, and not more than that. I don't know. I've been really extremely lucky with that. So, if you're very lucky, then onigiri is the way to go if you actually get this tank. I've pretty much never been on fire. I actually don't even remember being on fire, but I remember I had been on fire for a couple of times, but not that frequently. So having onigiri is the way to go, pretty much. And if you have that, onigiri, gun rammer, and burst arms, your real time will be 6.33 seconds for 258 penetration and 390 damage. And that is just amazing. Like that. If you can actually get side shots, or heavy tanks or medium tanks are pushing through a way, and you have actually side shots on them, you can do a lot of damage in pretty much no time. Also, 258 penetration, that is actually a pretty good amount of penetration. I would love to see a little bit more, like 265 maybe, but with that amount you can pretty much pen everybody. You will have some problems with the mouse, E3, but most of the time you will be able to pen everything. The accuracy or the dispersion is 0.36. That's pretty good. It's not sniper level, but it's second line level. You can be more of a second line tank with this accuracy or dispersion. Also, one bad thing about this tank is the aiming time. The aiming time kind of sucks. I would but then again, you cannot really have everything on a tank, because that would make this tank uberly OP and everybody would play it. So yeah, aiming time is 2.3 seconds. It's not that good, but you can get used to it after a while. So yeah, that's pretty much the gun. Very powerful gun. I love this gun. Hopefully they're gonna wait on nerfing this tank, because there's a big chance this tank will get nerfed. Big chance. They will probably nerf the rounds per minute, probably the DPM, pretty much. We shall see if that ever happens or not. But yeah, the turret reverse speed is 42. That's kind of low for tier 10 medium tank. Looking at every other, oh, actually, it's not low. Wow, I'm just speaking out of my ass here. Yeah, 42 is actually pretty good. Sorry. Most of the tanks, yeah, they have actually 40. I'm blind. So yeah, 42 is pretty good. I thought most of the tanks had like around 50 or something like that, but I'm not correct about that. 42, I don't know, it does not really feel like it's fast. It feels like it's kind of slow, but I know how my Object 140 is, and that thing has only 40 turret reverse speed, so yeah, 42 is actually pretty good. The free range is 445. Again, that's very good. The M40 Patton has 450. So yeah, you can spot some tanks with this tank if you go into a camping position pretty much, or like a supportive position. You can be very effective with this tank, and you can spot some guys. Hopefully, if you get lucky. Your signal range is 849, and that's also pretty good. Yeah, nothing really special about the signal range. If it's above 700 at your 10, I'm happy. Simple as that. But yeah, let's take a look at the equipment. So the equipment that I like to use on this tank is vertical stabilizer. Why? Well, because it's a medium tank. That's the first reason why I need to use a vertical stabilizer. On every medium tank, I have vertical stabilizer because it is really needed. It's simple as that. As you can see, pretty much every medium tank, I have vertical stabilizer. Second, gun member, because gun member is needed. On every freaking tank you got in your garage, it is needed. On autoloaders, it's not possible, like the 50B or Badchat or T57. You cannot have a gun rammer, but on the other tanks that only can do one shot and then reload, you can have a gun rammer, and believe me, it is very, very useful. The third thing that I use on this tank is a fence. I don't know about the fence part. Like, for me, I just want to have the best reload possible with this tank. That's why I have fence. But I think engaged gun lane drive would be kind of better for this tank. But actually, yeah, I actually have engaged gun lane drive. It probably would be better to have engaged gun lane drive, but I just want to have the fastest reload time possible, and that's why I have defense. But then again, it would be your choice. The third equipment, you can just choose whatever you want. You can go with coated optics maybe, or a gauge gun lane drive, or something completely else. But for me, it's gonna be fence. I like fence. I've played mostly with fence, and I really enjoyed it. So skills. The first skill that I use is burst and arms. Again, I'm going purely for the DPM on this thing. I want to have the best DPM possible. So that's why I have burst and arms. Second thing you need to have on your tier 10 tanks, or tier 8s, or tier 9s, or medium tanks, or pretty much every tank in general, is 6 cents. 6 cents is kind of cheating in a way, because it shows you you have a delay of 3 seconds if I'm correct, or 2 seconds. It's not really showing here what it actually does, so GG Wargaming, I'm not sure. I think it's 2 to 3 seconds, and then when you get spotted, the 6 cents goes off, then you know you're spotted, and then you can fall back and try later on to actually come back to the same position and try to hit some money. If you get spotted again, you can fall back again. That's why 6 cents is actually very damn useful, and you should actually have it on pretty much every tank in your garage. And the rest is repairs. Repairs is also useful, and yeah, pretty much everything else is just to your playstyle, and I'm not gonna go over that. But yeah, that's pretty much the tank in the garage. I have 3 replays ready, so let's go to the first one. So here is the first replay. As you can see, I'm playing on Erlenberg. It's a pretty good matchup, a lot of tier 10 tanks, and I actually like them with the STB-1 because I want to give out as much damage as I can, of course, and with more tier 10s means more HP, means more damage, as simple as that. So the first thing I'm doing here is going to the usual medium position or heavy tank position, because I'm not a big fan of going left when I get spawned here. When I get spawned on this side, I usually like going this way, but when I get spawned on this side, I usually go right side because I just don't enjoy the left side. It's too open. It does not really feel like I can actually do much there. So, also, a good shout out to this KORSAIR guy and his AMX 1390. You will see later on some actual team play from random players that I just met in a random game, you know. He actually does not know that I stream or do YouTube, and he has been nice, and he actually did help me out. There we go, first bounce. It went straight into our gun mantle, and of course it bounced off. That's what I meant. Like, you're gonna bounce a lot of shots if they only see your turret. And there we go. The first thing I want to do here is deal out damage. So I'm trying to find a shot into these eyes. See his commander side, but sadly I completely missed that. This FE starting to push. I realized that. Aim for his side. And there we go. Now you're gonna see how powerful this gun actually is. 404 damage. He's aiming for me. I go out, shoot again. 352 damage. And look at that damage just ranking up. That's like, look at that. He's almost out already. A tier freaking 10 tank, and he almost has no HP left. And there we go. Another shot, and we have 1.5k damage. And that guy is only 2 shots now. He's not even aiming for us. We shoot. Our shot goes completely left. We really get unlucky with that. Aim for his sides. Go straight into his gun mantle. I'm like, okay, fuck this. Gold it is. Let me just finish you off. He shows me his side, shoots, and I kill him right on time. There we go, our first kill. Also, the I-State actually got ammo-racked, so GG to that one. T92 is pushing, not pushing, he's actually running away from us. And he's pretty much dead right now. He cannot really do too much. And actually, in this game, you will see me communicating a lot with my team. Because I really badly wanted an ace tanker on this tank. So I was trying to be as much helpful and as much like informative to my team and help them out and try to actually win this game and try to get a good game going. There we go, 4 shot into the mouse. Sadly we miss. He bounces us because we were only showing our turret. He's actually now kinda in a pretty good angle position, and at this point I really don't really care if I'm shooting gold or not, because I do not want to go out completely and get shot by the enemy. That's why I'm just shooting gold into his side. It's more of a scumbag way to go, yes, I know, but at this point I wanted to get this mouse killed because he was in a pretty powerful position while the trucker was shooting from the back, and he was spotting us, so this guy needs to be dead as fast as possible. That's why I was spamming so much gold at this mouse. And there we go, he's now a one-shot, and he is pretty much out of this game. There we go, we shoot, but sadly we bounce, really get unlucky with that. And at this point I realized, I was like, AMX, follow me buddy, we can do something here. I load up my normal shots again because I don't need my heat against the other targets. I just needed the heat against that mouse because in that situation it was just too open. I did not want to die by just going and trying to flank him, you know. That's why I shot so much gold at him. And that's kind of a scumbag way to go, but that guy needs to die. Simple as that. So this AMX and me are pushing the 1, 2, 3 line. And I know there's an RD here somewhere. AMX is pushing as well back. There we go, put a shot into him. RD completely misses us, and now he's a one-shot, but I really don't care about the kill, so I just go for the AMX instead because I want to get the damage. And of course, as every RD, he has found his normal habitat. Bad shot there, I admit that. Not sure why I shot him in the lower plate. That was a retarded thing to do. As I said before, guys, in my AMX50B review, and when you shoot the AMX actual in the hull, you're gonna bounce that pretty much every time because it is pretty damn powerful, the hull on the AMX50B, and I have no idea why I shot him in the hull because that was a terrible freaking plan. I had his turret and I still shot him in the hull like a retard. So 4.6k damage, we are doing pretty good so far, 13 shots fired, and I'm just saying to the AMX, stay back buddy, let me attack him and then you can try to flank him, so he will focus on me and then you can actually do something. And yeah, already shot him, or the mouse shot him, I'm not sure what shot him, but he lost 800 HP from that shot. Probably the Arty, only the Arty can do that amount of damage. And now I'm just aiming at this IS-7, because he is completely in the open. The E5 kills that Kaiser guy. But then again, thank you, Kaiser, if you're watching that, I'm not sure. But thank you for that help, because you were actually very damn helpful that game. And actually, after that game, we actually platooned up, and I got even more East tankers. So that was actually pretty funny. By just randomly meeting a guy, and actually immediately after that, platooning. So we push up, he tracks us, I shoot, and my turret's completely turned around, so I completely miss my shot. Track him, and at this point, I'm realizing I'm losing a lot of HP here, and we do not want that. Put a shot into his back. He wants us to actually pretty much go into the water. I don't want that, so I'm just trying to find a way of me winning against this guy. He has my side shots. I cannot really do much about that. Put another shot into his side. I'm a one shot now for him, so at this point I'm just trying to find a way to get away from him, and good thing Artie was actually supporting me there. But yeah, this was the first replay. Let's go to the after battle reports. So here are the after battle reports. You can see I got East Tanker, High Caliber, and Confederates. A pretty awesome game in general. 1.2k base XP, 7,000 damage almost. 30 shots fired, 26 hits, missed 4 shots, bounced 4 shots. Really got unlucky with that. Also blocked 1,200 damage by my armor. Well, pretty much by my turret, not by my armor. But yeah, as I said before, the turret can be very bouncy at some points. And we also got 3,000 damage upon detecting. Pretty awesome game. Didn't earn too much. Why? Well, I'm running the tank in a very expensive way because on agree costs 20k per game. 10, you have the large repair kit that costs 20k as well if something needs to be repaired. And then I have also the large first aid kit that costs as well 20k. Then I also spammed gold and that mouse, and those shots did cost me a lot of money. So in other words, with the STB-1, making money isn't really a thing, and it does not really happen that often. 20k loss, but hey, I have premium tanks, so it's all good. I don't really worry too much about my money and how I spend it in tier 10 games. But yeah, that was the first game. Let's go over to the second game. So here is the second replay. As you can see, I'm playing on Highway. Awesome map. I actually like this map with my heavy tanks, not really with my medium tanks, because in this matchup there is no arties, but usually when you have like 2 or 3 arties, this kind of gets boring because nobody wants to push, nobody wants to attack, and most of the times it's just like a camp fest up there, camp fest in the city, and most of the times it's just not fun to play on this map. But when I'm driving like my heavy tank or TD or something like that, I enjoy this map, just not with my medium tanks. So also this replay is going to be one of my fastest ace tankers ever. I don't remember having a faster ace tanker than this with my tier 10 tanks. So yeah, this one is going to be a fast replay, guys. I'm going to say that already. The first thing I'm doing here is going to a position where I can be hold down. And at this point, this was the position. I don't really have a different kind of way to go. I know from here I can be very aggressive and also very helpful with my tank, so that's why I went up here. So there we go. Lorraine, first guy, put a shot into him, fall back immediately. Go out again. 6.3 seconds real time means we can put a lot of shots into people. Somehow that shot missed. Not sure what happened there. Really got unlucky with that. Aim for his tracks. Why? Well, you guys know if you have support from the back, and as you can see, I do have support from the back and even from this side, means those guys can break that waffle tracker in only seconds if he does not move. So sadly, nobody shot him, but that's a good advice. If you actually see somebody's doing something stupid like that, you can always go for the tracks and hope your team can actually support you. So, and 1.4k damage so far. We are doing pretty damn good. I'm playing very aggressive. Bounce that object on 40 shot, put a shot into this D62A. He does pen us, and let's take a look where it actually did pen us, straight in the gun mantle. Yeah, gun mantle only has like around 180 armor, so it isn't too much. We killed D62A, not sure what he was doing down there. I don't think he thought he was spotted there, but he actually was spotted. Track this D62A, and he's now 2 shots for us. Object is pushing up. I'll go for him because I want to kill that guy. Sadly, I only hit his tracks and don't pen him or even track him. Then I just go for this D62A. Not even sure why he pushed because he was clearly a 1-shot and he still pushed that like a retard. Lorraine, 1-shot, kill him. Then we go over to the C54E1. I know he has 2 shots. Aim for his back. Frontal. He shows me his frontal. Shoot him. Go back again. Go forwards again. And this is one of the awesome things about this tank. The 6.3 seconds reload time means you can be uber aggressive with this tank. And you guys know me. I like aggressive. And this tank has been one of the most aggressive tanks I've ever experienced. And it is so good at being aggressive, it's just stupid. So there we go, 5k damage, 5 kills, and 14 shots fired. There we go, waffle tracker, put a shot into his back, get shot by something in the side, probably T30, put a big shot into us, didn't do his average roll, but 600 damage is still a lot. There you go, the waffle tracker actually did even more damage than the T30. Lead our shot, but sadly we completely missed that. Really get unlucky with that. Also, waffle tracker is shooting golds because 270 penetration is not enough for tier 10, of course. I hate seeing those kind of players, you know, those Yak Panzer players or the Waffentrager players that have only gold. It's like, bro, you have 270 pen and you're still firing gold like crazy. But a random shot on that Waffentrager, sadly we did not hit him. He gets killed by the T-60A, so I was like, okay, the best thing to do right now is just to attack this T-30. We go for the attack. He cannot really do much against this. Why? Well, he's a turreted TD, and you guys know turreted TDs don't have much turret rotation speed, and this guy surely does not have that. There we go. We killed that guy. 6 kills, secure our top gun as well. 6,000 damage so far. We are doing pretty amazing, and we are only 4 minutes in the game, and that pretty much shows you how good this tank can be. And this was actually one of my most fun games ever. I really love this kind of attacks because, like, you're not standing still. You're tanking 24/7, and those kind of shots, like how you attack, what do you do here, and what you go, and how you like pretty much approach that. And I like doing that. Sadly, we get killed by the Waffentrager at the end. But yeah, this guy's pretty much dead, and I'm like, rip, I'm dead, help, I'm so sad. But I did had a pretty amazing game here. The guy is almost dead here. He is a one-shot. He cannot really do much. And there he goes. Awesome little game. Ban STB. T30 was a little bit mad about that. But yeah, and he's saying heat. I did not even fire heat that game, as you can see. Only fired APCR. I have only 10 heat in this tank, and not more than that. 35 APCR and 5 HE. So yeah, that guy knows his stuff, of course. But yeah, let's go to the after battle reports. So here are the after battle reports. You can see I got Ace Tanker, High Caliber, and Top Gun as well. The game was over in 4 minutes and 50 seconds, and that's probably one of my fastest ever Ace Tankers on a tier 10 medium tank. Like, I really enjoyed that. Like, most of the times when you play a map, it's usually very boring at the start. Like, it's just you camping one side and waiting for the enemies. But on that game, I was fighting 24/7, and in that position, that tank was performing uberly well. A lot of gun impression, good turret armor, 6.3 seconds real time for every shot. Nobody could actually go against you. Nobody rushed me, so I had an amazing game there. As you can see, 1.4 key basic speed, 24 shots fired, 4 misses, again sadly, 20 hits, 20 penetrations, and 6,237 damage. Also got 3,691 damage upon detecting. Why? Well, I was the first guy in there, so pretty much I spotted all of those guys. At least I spotted 4 of those guys, and the rest I was just lighting up for my allies in the back, and they shot them. And yeah, I don't know, that game went so perfect. That game could not go more perfect than that. Well, it could actually go more perfect than that if I would not get killed by the Waffentrager at the end. But sadly, the guy wanted me out of the game, so he focused me. I got killed. But then again, I got Ace Tanker, 1.4k basic speed. Could not be more happy about that. Again, I did actually earn some money this game because I was not firing any gold whatsoever. Only APCR, and APCR is standard ammo on the tier 10 medium tanks. I think the 121 is the only tank that does not have standard ammo as APCR. I think it has standard ammo as AP. But pretty much every other tier 10 medium tank has standard ammo as APCR. But yeah, great game. Really like that game. Hopefully I can get more of this kind of games in the future because they're short, they're fast paced, a lot of action, and I love this kind of games. But yeah, let's go to the third replay. So here is the third replay. As you can see, I'm playing on Redshire. Pretty enjoyable map. I like this map with heavies and medium tanks most of the time because medium tanks I can usually go somewhere up here on this spawn. On the other spawn I usually go somewhere up here and try to snipe the people that are actually coming down here or people that are fighting on that side. But yeah, from this spawn I usually go up here, snipe, and try to get as much damage as I can. With heavy tanks I usually go down this way and try to fight on that side. This kind of sucks, this matchup. Why? Well, there are 6 arties in this game, 3 for each team. They're not really that dangerous. Well, the tier 10 isn't dangerous. The M53s, I think yeah, the M53s, M55s are pretty dangerous. They can do a lot of damage to me. I don't really want that. As last thing I want right now is getting shot by Artie. So the first thing I'm trying to do here is spot the tanks, but I'm not really sure about if I'm spotted or not. Like, I don't want to get spotted and then just get shot by Arties or DDs camping on the D line. So I'm pretty much just like kind of hesitating. Wow, English, so good, so good. But at this point, I don't want to like be too aggressive. I don't want to be too passive. I'm just trying to spot some guys. My team, sadly, kind of retarded. Why? Well, all of our heavy tanks are camping the most retarded point possible. They're all camping down here. The heavies need to go up here and try to push that, or at least try to hold that, and try to get some support from their arties. But they're not doing that. They're just sitting down there, doing nothing, being in the open. Kind of bad play by them. So I'm kind of realizing we need to do something on this side, because the right side, nothing is going to happen on that side. It's going to be probably a loss. There we go. 1-3 kills our one arty out of the tree, sadly, and only 2 arties left. I had a shot on the waffle tracker, but sadly he got away. And trying to find a shot again. No shots. There we go. Put a shot into him. Not sure if that actually did hit him or not. We shall see in the after-battle reports if he actually did hit him or not. T-30 is pushing up as well. They are playing very aggressive, and yeah, we did actually hit that waffle tracker. He is on lower HP. Also, chance object maybe hit him, but I think it's probably me. 1-3 was pushing up there somewhere. I'm trying to find a shot into him. Sadly, everybody is behind houses. I'm having no shots whatsoever. 1-3 stops. We aim on his side. Shoot. Sadly, our shot goes low and actually hit his tracks and does no damage. Put another shot into him. 329 damage, way below our average, but hey, it's at least some damage. E100 is starting to push. We put a side shot into him, get shot by the tortoise. He kills our gun, and we need to use our large repair kit on that, sadly, because without a gun, a tank is pretty much nothing, you know. Having bad accuracy isn't really a thing. Well, with the Mafia Tracker of E100s, even if your gun is broken, you can still play very. The gun is still pretty accurate at that, but the STB with 0.36 accuracy is not going to be that accurate. Put another shot into the waffle tracker when he was falling back. And at this point, I'm not sure what to do at this point because our right side is lost. We don't really have much people in the middle. Push up, aim for the 100, sadly completely miss. And I'm like, okay, fuck that. I'm not going to be in the open here. So I just go down this way. And at this point, I was like, checking if there is somebody up the hill or the 100 was pushing down on me or something was going on, because at this point there's not much going on. Most of the time, most of the tanks are pushing on the right side. E100 is completely alone. What does that mean? He's pretty much fucked. Circling with this tank, very effective. Why? Well, you have great DPM. Means this guy can't really do much against us. He is as slow as E100. You guys know how slow the E100 is. The turret rotation speed, the traverse speed on this tank are pretty damn terrible. He bounced that shot, sadly. And he can not really do much against us. I'm trying to go actually away from his shot, because I don't want to get shot by that. He has no shots on us whatsoever. We sadly bounced the last shot. He does completely miss us. I don't even know where he was aiming at. Put a shot into his back. He goes on fire, and that guy is out of the game. Yeah, circling with this tank, oh my freaking god, it is super effective against slow-turning tanks like turret HDDs or Mouses or E100s. It's retarded if you can find those kind of tanks in the open in a one-on-one situation. You can pretty much win most of the time without even receiving one shot of damage. That's how good this tank is. But then again, Object 140 is good in that situation as well. Or the D64. Pretty much every medium tank is good in those kind of situations, but this tank performs even better because your DPM is just way, way higher than the other medium tanks. So at this point, I'm just trying to find the Artie. I know they're somewhere here. There you go, find the first one, put a shot into him. Load up my chi because I can easily kill them with my chi. Kill the M53, found another one, and I'm just trying to find a shot into him. I push out in this position, aim for his lower plates, not lower plate, lower hull, and we shoot him and he gets killed as well. 2 easy kills, I take that, awesome, I'm happy those guys That guy was not even looking, and the other guy completely missed me. I'm really happy about that. So at this point, I realized the Yak Panzer is pushing down this way. I am not sure why he's doing that. Is he coming back to actually defend the base against me? Or what is he actually trying to achieve here? So at this point, I'm just trying to figure that out. And then I realized, oh yes, he is going for me. Put a shot into his side. I'm not sure where I said side. Put a sight in his side. Yes, great English. Put a shot into his side. Another one. The second one sadly does not pen him. Does no damage. Third shot goes into the ground. He repairs, and I realize, well, fuck that. I'm not dealing with that. So at this point, I'm like, okay, only way I can survive from this is by falling back, getting off the radar, and going to the right side and going the fuck away from him, because he knows where we are, and we do not want to go against this guy. So our plan works perfect. He does not spot us. So he actually does spot us at the end, but we get away with that. He does not put a shot into us. So now we can actually try to go and fight him from a different kind of way, because there is no point of going against the Yak Panzer that is actually facing us frontally. So my plan was pretty much just going and attack him and try to circle him like I did with the E100, because it is very effective with this tank and with this DPM. And yeah, at this point it is pretty much cleanup. It's only a Tortoise and a Yak Panzer left. We have still an E4 left and a T-54. They can actually win this. Yak Panzer is actually ready for us. He was actually expecting that to happen. I did not expect that to happen, so I'm like, okay, damn, that sucks. Well, let's try to find a different way to actually attack this guy. So I go up here, and I was like thinking like maybe I can shoot the Tortoise as well from here, maybe if it's possible. So I'm just like standing still, waiting for the Tortoise to get respotted again, because the Yak Panzer is pre-aimed at us, and I don't really want to receive a 1-key damage shot right now, because it would not be good for me. So yeah, there we go. Tortoise is right here. If we can push up a little bit further here, we can actually try to get a shot into his back. And yeah, there we go. There's that ass shot we needed. He is falling back. We shoot and we hit him for 418 damage. 13 shots fired, 4 points, 5k damage, and we do get shot by the Yak Panzer 100, but sadly he gets the lowest roll possible, 888 damage. And at this point I realized, okay, now I need to attack. I try to track him there, but I sadly completely fail. And this guy feels as well. The first thing you need to do when you play with a TD, guys, and you have a medium tank attacking you, try to get your bum against the freaking building, because that's the way to go most of the time with TDs, because you do not want to have the medium tank or the heavy tank shooting in your back. And sadly, the Yak Panzer did not know that, and there we go, we put a shot into him. He realizes that he actually needs to do that, but he is way too slow, as you can see. He is try-harding his ass off to get his tank actually in the back, but it's not really working. And for me, it's pretty much an easy kill right now. It's 6.3 seconds real time. He can not really do much against us. His mobility is not there. My mobility is there. My DPM is there, so he cannot really do much against us. Already misses us 3 times, if I'm correct. And I realize he is somewhere here in that direction. So I'm going that way. I want to kill him. I want to get the last kill if possible. 6,000 damage so far. A pretty decent game. And yes, here we go. There's the bad shot. And I'm saying to my team, good job, team. Good play. Put a shot into the bad shot's back. And sadly, he can't get away with that because 6.3 seconds, it's just too damn fast. And there he goes. That was the last game. Let's go and jump over to the after battle reports. So here are the after battle reports. You can see I got a pretty decent game here. Ace Tanker, Pascucci's medal, and high caliber. Pascucci medal is like for killing 3 artillery, something like that, if I'm correct. I'm not really sure. Yeah, 3 enemy self-propelled guns. So yeah, 3 artillery, we did that. Awesome. Really happy about that Pascucci's medal. And also a pretty good game. 1.2k basic speed. 31 shots fired, and we missed 5 of them. Really unlucky with that. We did hit 26 shots, and we bounced 5 shots as well. But with the 21 penetrating shots, we did 7,360 damage. We received 3 hits, and of course, all of them in penetrations. As I said before, you can bounce some shots, but most of the time, it's going to be a pen. You get those lucky bounces on your turret, but most of the time, it is a pen. He also got 1,100 damage upon detecting, and spotted 5 guys, damaged 4 guys, and destroyed 4. Pretty decent game. I'm not sure if I actually made money. I made a little bit of money here, 3,000 credits, not much. But yeah, I did use a large repair kit. I did use onigiri, so, and I did fire a lot of shots, and also the repairs cost. So I did not make any money whatsoever. But I had a decent game. I really enjoyed that game as well. I do like going against one-on-one people, like going against people in a one-on-one situation, like the E100s or the Yak Panzer E100s. Those guys cannot do much against you. You have great mobility, you have great DPM. With other words, they're pretty much fucked if they don't get help from their team. And I pretty much attacked at the right times because nobody gave those guys actually support. The Basha tried with the Yak Panzer E100, but he did not really succeed. Tortoise tried as well with the E100 attack, but he also did not succeed. But yeah, a good game in general. What do you guys think of the STB? Do you think the tank is powerful or a bit too powerful looking at the DPM? Because I find the DPM a bit too powerful. I think DPM would be better if it was like 6.5 or 6.7 or something like that, or 6.9, because 6.3 feels a bit too OP in my opinion. But then again, you have no armor, you don't really have great accuracy, your penetration isn't that awesome, you know, it's good, but it isn't that awesome. And I don't know, like, the tank feels balanced in a way, but at some points when you have those kind of attacks, it's like, that is not balanced whatsoever, you know, that kind of feeling. But yeah, it was a pretty good game. The last one, I did try to get more East tankers, but sadly I did not get more East tankers than that. Only got 3 East tankers and not more so far. And hopefully you actually did enjoy those replays. But yeah, that was pretty much the review. If you did enjoy the review, you can always leave a like, subscribe, and comment. But as usual guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.